What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dave. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. I do new videos on Etsy, e-commerce, and personal success all the time. Also, join my email list in the description below. I send out Etsy help emails all the time, as well as grab some of my ebooks and resources too. So in this video, I want to talk about how your shop, yes, your shop, can hypothetically reach $300,000 annually. We're going to calculate some of your statistics. I'm going to show you a calculation that I'm going to use some hypothetical statistics, but you can apply this calculation to your current statistics. So please leave me a like on this video right now if you like this whole idea. And let's get right into it because it's a very interesting topic. And this calculation, honestly, is what kind of motivated me way back in the day, not back in the day, but 2 years ago, to really stimulate my shop and really make it work, make things happen, and increase my Etsy income substantially. So we're going to use a hypothetical shop that has 70 listings, right? 70 listings, and let's say that it's making $30,000, 30K. And we're going to, for this calculation, it's going to be some cross multiplication. And don't worry, it's not going to be so easy like this, right? So 300K, you want to get to 300K, right? So we're going to cross multiply to get there. $300,000 times 70 divided by 30,000. And that is 700 listings, right? So 700 listings is what you are going to need, what this hypothetical shop needs to get to $300,000. With this calculation, we're making some large assumptions, right? We're assuming that these 700 listings are going to perform the same, not better or not worse, but the same as those 70 listings. So there's a big lesson to be learned right away with this one calculation. It's that it's going to be impossible to get to 700 listings and make sure that they're going to perform the same as those 70 listings. Because honestly, to get to $300,000 annually, you don't want to have 700 listings, right? You don't want to have to work that hard and grind that hard on creating all these new listings. So the first lesson here, it goes both ways, right? It goes the fact that these 700 listings aren't actually necessary. They are necessary if you are to continue on your current shop's performance in order to increase your Etsy income substantially to 300,000 or whatever it may be. You know, you can do a different calculation too. You could go for other calculations too. You know, you could reach for 100,000 or something to that degree. But the biggest lesson here is that those 70 listings, these hypothetical 70 listings, aren't going to get you, a substantial income. So what's the first lesson is that your shop's performance needs to get better. Plain and simple. So how does your shop's performance get better? Obviously SEO, photos, and your products, etc. So you may be in a niche or you may be trying to sell only to one niche, right? Because 9 out of 10 times on Etsy, you can sell your product to other niches and other like people searching for gifts, but you're just staying within one niche. So the first lesson is that if you stay within your own box, you're gonna need 700 listings to get to this amount. And maybe your niche is so small that you won't even get to this amount with 700 listings, right? With creating 700 listings, that's tough. You might mess up along the way. There's going to be a lot of guesswork, and you're going to have some duds while you're creating all these listings, just like you had duds creating these listings. So there's many lessons. I don't even know what lesson I'm on right now, but the first lesson is that you need to reach out to more audiences, more niches. So if you're too descriptive with your SEO, like if you're only trying to sell to like soap tags and stuff like that, then you will need 700 listings to get to 300K. But if you reach out to other niches like gifts and stuff like that, things that aren't directly related to soap, but those people will still buy soap, then you can get to 300K without this 700 listing like requirement, right? So SEO is one of the biggest ones. You need to branch out and branch out to different audiences, different niches. Then the next one is your photos. You need to increase your photography skills, because doing so will increase your click-through rate. Click-through rate is the amount of times your product showed up on somebody's screen compared to the amount of times it was clicked on, right? Etsy looks at that statistic and judges you and ranks you based on that, because they don't want duds showing up in their search results. So that's the second one, photos. And the third one is your actual products, right? You may be able, you likely, if you make something or if you're doing print on demand, whatever it may be, you definitely have the skill set in order to make different products, right? So if you're doing print on demand, you can definitely put your designs on other things, right? Leggings, pillows, whatever it may be. You may think that you're only a t-shirt shop or something, so you're boxing yourself in to this 70 listings with the 30K. But if you were to put all your designs on pillows and some other things that still fit within your comfortable niche and your shop's brand, then you won't need these 700 listings to get to the 300K, right? So create more products that are within your skill set. A good example for myself is that I used to hand carve spoons. That's how I started with my crafting career, hand carving spoons. I realized really fast that taking an hour or more to hand carve a spoon from green wood and getting $30 max for them is not sustainable if I want to reach a higher income. It's just not going to happen that way. So I figured out how to make necklaces with gemstones inlaid and set into the wood. And I was making them in 5 to 10 minutes each and getting $30 to $40 for those necklaces each, still within my skill set, my woodworking skill set. So that was a massive jump. It was like a quantum leap for my income, learning how to make these $30 to $40 necklaces that nobody else was making it this way. Still nobody makes it like the way I used to on Etsy, and making them within 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of each other. So that's the third lesson. So with your current shop is whatever your shop has now, the amount of listings your shop has now, and whatever amount of income it's generating right now. With that current performance, you can still apply it to this. Let's say you want to make it to $100,000, right? So you can do 30K with 70 listings, take this hypothetical shop's performance, put 100K right here, because with this hard and fast calculation, the working so hard to get this many listings is likely more reachable with a $100,000 goal. So let's do that. 100,000 times 70 divided by 30,000. That's 233 listings. So that's a little bit more reachable, but that is still assuming that these listings, these 233 listings, are going to perform the same as these 70 listings. And honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, they aren't going to perform, because they're not going to perform right away. It's not like once you hit 233 listings, you're magically making $100,000 a year. No, there's a lot of testing and there's a lot of duds going along the way. So it might take a while to get to that spot, right? So what I'm saying with this video is that you need to branch out of your current niche. Whatever it may be, there's other people coming to Etsy that will buy your stuff. And this is where Marmalade comes in, where because you can't find new audiences just like searching around and scoping other people's shops, right? You can't get there. You're just not going to get there by stealing other people's keywords and just scoping other people's shops and stuff like that. You need to use Marmalade or eRank, whatever you want, to get to these new audiences and new niches. My affiliate link is in the description below for Marmalade if you want to branch out longer. It shows you the searches, the engagement, the competition. I always tell people, do not worry about the competition. If it usually says 50K or more, on the competition. Do not worry about that. Just means that a lot of people want to sell to this niche, and you can always outperform those listings and those shops. So the three big lessons for this video, you guys, is your SEO needs to improve, your entire shop needs to improve, right? And you need to get more listings at the same time. This calculation is just showing you that you need more listings with your current shop's performance to increase your income. So many Etsy sellers think that with their current amount of listings, they're just going to magically make more money, and Etsy is just going to magically decide they like you. And that's not the case. You have to prove yourself to the fickle Etsy algorithm. You have to think and you have to work. So SEO needs to improve. You need to get more audiences, more hot audiences, hot as in high demand. For example, like the slime, if you look up slime on Marmalade, like maybe you've seen in my past videos, like slime is one of the biggest tags in Etsy, and I don't understand it. Nobody understands it except for the slime people, maybe. I don't know. Photos need to get better, right? Your photos, they need to have a higher click-through rate, right? The cell phone photos on your kitchen table are not going to get you to 300K, I promise you right now, okay? Your iPad photos with a few like props and stuff, those aren't going to get you to 300K. I'm sorry. You need to increase your photography skills. If you want to be a serious business owner, you need to act like one, right? And then products. You need to create some new products. Like I was saying, with my spoons to my necklaces, and now I'm actually on print on demand because I know I can do the SEO work to get these print on demand products that I design myself on my computer to those higher demand niches, right? That still fit within my brand. I'm not telling you to sell out and sell whatever to whoever, because that's when your shop gets really sloppy and nobody trusts you anymore, right? So stay within your brand, stay within your niches, but expand horizontally, right? Not like reach up here. Oh, I'm going to sell to the bridesmaids people, even though I make something that is barely related, right? You're just going to like drag your feet through the mud if that's the case. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you liked this, and please watch my next video. Peace.